Hi everyone!
Hi!
Today, change partner. We'll be talking about Parktown Residences, okay? And the preview launch is on the 7th February to 17. Booking date will be on the 22nd Feb.
Chinese New Year leh.
Chinese New Year. 拜年 time, do go and watch our video if you want to look at Parktown to see what are the analysis that we are sharing to you. Also, do join my Telegram to scan the QR code where I will share about the latest updates regarding the prices, or sometimes there will be a property updates and bounce out units as well.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that. You can actually scan her QR code to join her channel, yeah?
Thank you.
So this is the artist's impression of how Parktown will be.
Where is it?
Tampines North.
Okay, so later we will explain like which part of it also. It's not the Tampines Mall, Tampines 1, that area, right?
I think that area got like 3 shopping malls, right? Yeah, but this is not. This is the extension lah.
So Parktown is an integrated development. So Mel, what's the difference between integrated and mixed development?
Okay, integrated you see got MRT. Right? So below they got shops lah, retail, all this kind of thing. If let's say there's only retail outlets and like eateries, then it's considered a mixed development where it's residential and some retail. But if let's say they include the MRT, as long as it's got MRT, it's called integrated. Right, downstairs, just right downstairs at your doorstep. So I think a lot of people like integrated because convenient lah, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll wake up later.
Wake up later to go where? To go to work.
To go to work.
Okay. To go to school. Okay, so basically for Parktown, it's actually by these 3 developers, Capital Land, UOL, and Singland. 12 blocks, ranging from 6-story to 12-story lah. Estimated TOP is actually on
2030.
2030. Actually, there's a lot of blocks. You see, like, wow, 12 blocks. Actually, it's quite a huge project. 1,193 units.
Right.
Okay, so next we actually go into the location. So just now, like we mentioned, Parktown is actually at Tampines North. So Tampines North, where is it close to?
Actually, Tampines North is nearer to Pasir Ris.
So it's actually in between lah.
In between.
It's still a developing area lah, to be honest. But if let's say it's a new township, actually there's a lot of growth potential in this kind of area one lah. So just now, like we mentioned, right, Parktown is actually not in Tampines Central.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't exactly will see like the very congested traffic, and of course not so much amenities as compared to Tampines Mall lah, right? So it's a new estate, an extension of the mature Tampines town. So basically this is the location map. So right, we did an overlay. So this is where Parktown is. In the future, will be the MRT, the Cross Island line, right? So right next to us is the Tampines North bus interchange, which is where it is right now, right? So this part, right, is actually Orel. Around the EC.
The EC.
Actually also coming up soon. But I don't think we'll be doing analysis for that.
Nowadays, all the developers like to launch together.
Right? They want to compete with each other, get market share. Okay, so there's only one project here that has been already fully sold out, which is Tenet. Tenet over here. Right? So what is Parktown surrounded by? Actually, currently this one is a reserve for school. This one is actually public housing, but which is still under construction. This one is actually HDBs that's already there. Here is all future residential plots. But actually we don't know whether these are going to be HDBs or condo yet because they haven't, nothing is going on yet lah. But it's actually, that it's for residential. So Parktown, it will be surrounded by all these residential properties. So I would assume, right, that all these families or all these residents over there will actually go to Parktown for their basic needs.
Correct. With all the amenities and all.
So for school-wise, what do we have?
School-wise, within 1 kilometer, we have the Angsana Primary School and the Poi Ching Primary School. For Poi Ching School especially, it's not all blocks, it's within the 1 kilometer.
If let's say you're interested to send your kids to Poi Ching School, I think you need to check with us on which blocks are included lah. Okay, so for malls, we are actually within 1 kilometer to like the Giant Hypermart, IKEA, the Courts Mega Store lah. If let's say you go slightly further, you have your Tampines Mall, Tampines Hub, Elias Mall, Pasir Ris Hawker Centre lah. Right, this is within the 1 to 2 kilometer radius. So actually you have plenty of malls. Actually, I don't think you'll go so far. I think you just go downstairs.
Correct. With everything downstairs. Especially later we will say why is it that you have everything under your block.
Yeah. So Parktown, we actually have not only the retail mall, we actually have the transportation hub because we have the MRT and bus interchange, not just MRT, with the bus interchange. Right, then they have a park actually in the center. Later we show you. Right, so we have a CC. 去跳舞. We also have a community plaza at the hawker center. Right? So we estimate about 100 to 120 units of F&B right? Actually it's okay lah. Not bad lah, huh? So Like just how we mentioned, this is all that we have at Parktown that makes it an integrated development. Right, so what are the other integrated developments in Singapore?
Sengkang Grand Residences.
That's the latest one.
The latest one,
No,
right?
Pasir Ris 8.
Oh, yeah.
Pasir Ris 8. So other ones that is like the Reserve Residence, North Park. Okay, so actually what we actually want to compare, right, is that Parktown Residence mall size, right? Because we actually know that all these malls are integrated. Compass One, Centuries and Jurong Point. I say Centuries and Jurong Point is one of the first ones lah. That's actually pretty old. Bedok Residence, Heelan Residence, North Park, Sengkang Grand, this kind of stuff, right? But actually what I want to really point out is that the mall size. So do you know how big is VivoCity Mall? Just the context lah.
Super big. I always get lost there. I think 1.53 million
square feet.
Square feet.
So that's 1.53 million square feet. So VivoCity is extremely huge, right? What about Next? Next also lost, right?
Also lost.
600,000 square feet. Right? So Waterway Point also lost 370,000 square feet, but they have a lot of retail shops, right? So but Sengkang Grand Mall, right, is about 160,000 square feet only. Right, it's a smaller scale lah. Of course, they have childcare on the second level, I think. So the Poise at Potong Pasir, only 50,000 square feet. So 真的, like not many retail outlets lah. So when we talk about Parktown, right, we are actually expecting to be about 150,000 square feet, almost the same as Sengkang Grand Mall. Not too big, not too small. I will feel that perhaps all the things that you need will still be there lah. That there will be 100 to 120 shops, F&B, a commercial school and supermarket lah. Supermarket 是 confirm 少不了的。
the most important one.
Then what else? That there is also the
hawker center. So
how
there
many
is also
hawker stores there?
hawker centers. I think 40 hawker stores.
40 hawker stores. Okay lah, actually quite a fair bit of food to eat lah. Right, just go downstairs. Right. Okay, so next we'll go about land price. So when we talk about land price in this situation, right, it's because UOL, CapitaLand and Singland, right, they actually bought this place at 1.21 billion. So what do we need to take note of this kind of cost?
So usually for integrated project, right, the construction cost will be higher than normal residential cost.
So basically, right, because they have higher construction costs, they need to build like shops. Include residential, there's a lot of things to consider here lah. So based on what we actually estimate, right, it could start around 21 to 22 PSF lah. But also this aligns with other integrated launches one. That's agak-agak that kind of price, you know, the launch price lah. But based on this launch price, right, it might still be a stretch for people who want to buy into Tampines. I mean, not cheap lah. Integrated, you don't expect it to come cheap, right?
Yeah.
So next, we'll actually talk about the developers.
So CapitaLand is a very famous, familiar developer, especially for Singaporean, the iconic malls such as Jewel, Ion Orchard. Okay, but what's so special about CapitaLand, right, is that the way they manage all the retail stores and all that is like whatever brands you want
is there. Yeah, so it's like more functional and useful, not like just some like travel agency or like money and business, that kind of stuff lah. So they have a track record lah. So I think buyers would have a little bit more confidence into the mall's relevance and appeal lor. Right. So when we go to developers,
so Singland and UOL, they are famous for doing more of luxury prestige projects such as the latest one, Mayor Blue, Wharton House, Pine Tree Hill. Yeah.
So they all have very, very, very prestigious finishes lah. So I don't think that Parktown will be a disappointment in terms of their finishing. Like everything quality will be there lah. Right. So here's the site plan. So just now we mentioned we got 12 blocks, right? So ranging from 6 to 12 stories. And Parktown will have 6 swimming pools and 1 tennis court lah, okay? I guess, right, the most expensive facing, since this one is all facing like HDB and, residential plot, right? I would think that the most expensive will be this inside one.
Inner facing.
Yeah, because this area, right, the distance from block to block is actually very, very huge. Right? Then I feel like this is the number one. Number two is here lah. The block to block distance is not so far like the park is, but I think it's still decent. And then the cheapest, I feel that is the outside facing one. Right. However, for Tampines, I feel that not much point paying for views lah, because nothing to see.
HDB only.
Yeah, nothing to see, surrounded by HDB lah. So a quick glance at the URA master plan, right? So basically, just now like we mentioned, this is all residential. Okay lah, one school here lor. Right. So Tenet is the only project. So there's a lot of potential growth here since Tenet is also already sold out lah. Right, so because all these residential projects that is around in the future, you will actually be quite safe, be assured, right, that all these people might be
Potential buyers, right?
potential upgraders, right? So our exit strategy is because of all these HDB upgraders where MOP will be like 2029, 2025, 2024, 2026. So all these, there are people who really want to still stay in Tampines but maybe can upgrade, get a bit more convenience. Why not, right? Since that is in
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the lifestyle hub. Just now we mentioned we have 40 hawker stores. Hawker center is here. Bus interchange is huge. Bus interchange is already half the site plan. Right? So this part will be the MRT and also the shopping malls. So about 100 to 120 shops. So compared to Sengkang Grand, right? Sengkang Grand only got 90. So I mean, if let's say compare Sengkang Grand and this one, would you prefer this one?
This one. But most importantly, why we compare, right, is because one of the highlight is for Parktown Residences, all their lift, they can access directly to level 1. Sengkang Grand Residences, right, their residents have to go to a common place, then they can go to the level 1 amenities MRT area.
Correct.
Whereas Parktown Residences, they just take their own lift.
Every single block, that's quite amazing. I feel that's really quite amazing. So this is you can take a screenshot of this if you want. So it's like B2, you have your retail car park. B1, you have your shopping. Level also shopping. Level 2, then is the residential units lah. So the unit distribution, because we have 12 blocks and many kind of units, if let's say you need a copy of this, I think you can just reach out to us.
Right.
Okay, I will not bore you with all this. So for unit mix, right, what is the unit mix here at Parktown Residence?
So looking at the current unit breakdown, right, so for Park Residences, you can see that the developer actually focus more on the 1 and 2 bedroom.
So total of 55.24%.
Correct, compared to the 3 and bigger room types. So I think it's more sizable number to cater to those young couples or investors.
Okay lah, actually still quite even. It's just that the 1 bedroom lesser, 73, as compared to the 2 bedroom, wow, a lot of units. 40%.
For young couples, they want to start.
I guess it's a good start for your first property lah.
Right.
Okay, so harmonization effect. What does harmonization mean?
So you don't count your aircon ledge, your void space. That means all the square feet that you are paying, you can live.
It's a livable
area.
So of course there's different measurements towards like the wall to wall. So because recently I have one YouTube follower ask me, so why is it that the size of the bedroom is different in square meters when the length and the width is the same? It's because now for harmonization, right, they actually calculate based on center of the wall to center of the wall to calculate the square footage, right? But if you're talking about the length and width, the actual length and width, it's still the same. It's still the same. It's just that the calculation is different. Okay, so harmonization effect. Right? So we'll actually look at Lentor Modern and Lentor Mansion. So Lentor Modern is the one that is non-harmonized, and Lentor Mansion is actually the first harmonized project in Singapore. Why we actually take out this, right, is because we always say harmonized project means what? The units are smaller, right? So it's actually very, very evident in this Lentor Mansion and Lentor Modern, because you see they don't have 1 bedroom. The 2 bedroom 527. This is their 1 bedroom size. Right? The 3 bedroom is like 786. See, it's a lot smaller. When harmonized project is a lot smaller as compared to the surrounding projects, right? You see the PSF?
Higher?
It's a lot higher as compared to Lentor Modern. Right?
So why is that so?
Because we have a smaller size, if the same price, will be higher PSF. Right? However, we cannot assume that all harmonized project means higher PSF right? Because there are developers who actually build larger size units. So like this, the next one will be Pine Tree Hill and Nava Grove. Right? So Pine Tree Hill and Nava Grove, you see actually the 2 bedroom, 624 square feet. The 3 bedder is 947. Actually 947 and 969, it's not much difference right? Because you plus the aircon ledge, maybe about 5-6 square meters. The size, right, is not too far off as compared to like the Lentor Mansion and Lentor Modern. Right, so that's why you can see in Nava Grove, right, the PSF is 24, is almost comparable or even lower. Right? So why are we actually bringing this up? So we'll go back to the unit mix. So the sizes of Parktown are considered relatively large. So you see the 1 bedroom 506 square feet.
Yeah, then you compare to just now you mentioned Lentor Mansion.
Lentor Mansion, right, the largest 3 bedroom is actually 861 square feet. You see our 3 bedroom, our largest is what? 1076 actually.
1076.
Yeah.
Correct.
So actually, right, to make this price acceptable, right, to the consumers, we predict that the price is possibly at the lower PSF range instead of what is being said in the market, 2005. 2005, you multiply, I think nobody can buy it.
Correct.
Yeah, so actually the bigger the size, the lower the PSF that is expected lah. The smaller the size, higher PSF expected. So this is a mid-rise development. So what does mid-rise development mean?
So there won't be any huge disparity between the prices from low to high floor.
So like for Ori, right, like the starting from 2005, like the highest floor we transacted at 3,000. So that is the price gap that we're talking about. So for mid-rise development like Parktown, right, you won't have this kind of issue lah per se. I mean, still will have a floor jump, but just that not major lah, right? So if let's say we approximate launch will be at 2001 to 2002, right? Actually, the larger than average unit size, right, already will exceed the quantum budget for some buyers already, especially because Parktown is in OCR.
OCR. Now we'll start the one-bedroom analysis. There are 4 different layout types, but I will just go through one.
Why?
Okay? Because AS2, AS3, AS4 is just on level 2 units.
So I think for one bedroom, right, I think that 1 plus study nowadays, I think it's a very, very standard layout lah. It's either the study is here in between the master bed and master bath, or the study is here right in front, right? So I think for 1 bedroom, I think it's
like
quite a standard layout, right? But it's outward facing lah, right?
Right. No, inward and outward facing.
Oh, inward, outward facing. So if let's say you have an inward facing, I will predict that the inward facing might be a little bit more expensive lah. Price that you need to be considering, if let's say you are being too close to the smallest 2-bedroom price, then you might want to
consider.
Yeah.
So every unit layout type, we will put like a range from 2,000 to 2,006 per square foot pricing.
Yeah, but for 1 bedroom, I think we will use the 2,200 lah. So we estimate about 1.13 lah. 1.13 million.
Okay.
So for rentability, how is the rental?
So we use Treasure at Tampines as a gauge for the rental. The average for Treasure at Tampines is about 2,007. So let's say for Parktown, we add another 1 to 200 more. Let's make it 3,000 per month as a gauge.
Okay.
So just now we mentioned it will be about purchase price at 1.13, but let's just mark up again. 1.2.
Yeah.
Okay. The rental yield will be about 3%.
Actually, 3% not bad. Not bad, huh? But if let's say, if I top up to a 2-bed, 1 bath, do you think my rental yield better?
Let's see.
Yeah. So we will go to a 2-bedroom analysis. So for 2-bedroom, we have 3 different types of layout, like 2-bed, 1 bath, 2-bed, 2 bath, and the 2-bed plus study lah. So we'll start on the 2-bed, 1 bath first.
Okay, 2-bed, 1 bath, B1, B2, B3. Actually, not much of a difference.
I think recently developer want to play tricks on our eyes. I really want to finding Wally. I need to find the difference between these 3 floor plans.
We were like seeing who can spot the difference first.
So basically, we need B1 and B2, right? It's only these fins lah, right? So right. So then there's not much difference really in these 3 layouts.
Dumbbell.
Yeah. So other than this wall over here, then this one is straight lah, right? However, if let's say this one is outside facing, all outside facing, right? So I guess it will be the cheaper kind of unit type lah, right? So but the inward is still outward lah, like not like the HDBs, but it's still like outward instead of the pool view lah. So this is just now I mentioned there's a garden, right? This is the garden. It's like a walk-through garden. Yeah, so it splits into east and west lah. Okay, but anyway, that is besides the point. Yeah, so that as usual for 2-bed, 1 bath, I guess all those like no window in toilet lah.
Yeah, it's pretty common now
It's pretty common. Yeah. So for the price range wise, what's our price range?
Again, we use 2,000 to 2,006 per square foot. We will just use 2,002 per square foot, 1.3 million
to 1.54 lah. Right. So outside facing, I think will be cheaper also lah. Rental yield?
Okay, rental yield, again, we look at Treasure at Tampines. Average is about 3,003. Markup to Parktown will be 3,500.
Okay.
Let's say we use the purchase price at 1.36 million. Rental yield is also 3%.
Yeah, so the difference if let's say you are looking at 2 bed, 1 bath and 1 bedroom, right, is that maybe your down payment a bit more lor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if let's say you really have a choice to buy either of these 2 units, yes, you do have a larger down payment, but if let's say you exit in the future, you want to sell to the resale market, I am very, very sure 2 bed, 1 bath is easier to sell than a 1 bed. Right? So next, you actually go into the 2 bed, 2 bath. 2 bed, 2 bath with 5 different layouts.
Okay, again, not much of a difference. Same dumbbell layout. Okay, if you look closely, so we try to spot the difference.
Yeah.
BP1 and BP4, the kitchen cannot be enclosed.
As compared to like this
The BP2.
P2 is like one straight lah. If you really want to enclose, you can. But this one is like sengeh lah.
Yeah, it's like the DB box. They play around with the DB box.
So all the bathroom is facing the dining table lah. Other than BP4.
So if you were to choose, if they are priced about the same,
then I think if I personally choose, maybe I would choose not to face the toilet lah. But this one cannot enclose lah, so maybe I don't know. But generally these differences are not big.
not much of a.
They are not deal breakers lah, I would say. So, but there are some internal facings for these unit types. So I guess that internal facing will means that they may have a premium lah. So maybe 2350.
Okay, let's say 2350. Okay,
Right. So for 2 bedroom premium, we also have a larger one.
721 square feet, total 61 units, both inward and outward facing. Okay, this one will be more on a traditional layout, at least tucked into one corner. Proper kitchen area, proper dining space, 2 proper bathroom.
Yeah.
Although there's no window again.
Yeah. So, but also you have the dedicated dining space that doesn't face the toilet lah.
Yeah.
I don't know I just don't like it lor. So, but you have a longer walkway lah for this one. But maybe yesterday we were discussing, she said, "Oh, 可以放鞋, can put a lot of shoes." You got a lot of shoes.
Sorry, I had too many shoes.
Okay, so our rental yield, right, for 2 bedroom premium.
Okay, again, we use Treasure at Tampines. Their average rental is same, 3,003. Again, we're gonna use the same 3,005 because it's the same 2 bed 2 bath.
Yep.
Yeah, there won't be much of a difference to your rental. Okay, let's say now your purchase price will be higher at 1.559.
Yep.
Now your rental yield will be 2.7%.
So drop a bit lah. So in this case, actually you don't have to buy too big a 2 bedroom lah.
Correct.
If let's say you're actually using this for rental lah, right?
For investment point, maybe you can choose for the smaller 2 bed 2 bath.
Okay, then let's go to the 2 plus study. 2 plus study. I saw 2 plus study with 5 different layouts. A lot Wow, then everything not much difference one
Yeah.
So for the 2 premium plus study, dumbbell layout, enclosable kitchen, no window in the toilet, no window in the kitchen. I think for 2 bedroom, I think we're very used to hearing all this already lah, right? So for the difference, what is the difference like?
B box.
But okay. I mean, like it's different, so they really do have to build the floor plan in also. So price range.
So if let's say starting 2.2, it will be 1.68. To maximum maybe 2,006 per square foot will be 1.98.
For 1.98, then it's quite an RCR price really.
Correct.
Yeah, so okay, let's go into the 2 bedroom recommendations, right? So we actually do the 2 bedroom recommendations by series. So we actually have the 2 bed 1 bath series, 2 bed 2 bath series, and the 2 bed plus study series. But because of the 2 bed 2 bath, right, we have 2 different sizes. So we'll include that in the recommendations as well lah. Okay, so here's our recommendation.
So I think that BP1, 2 bed 2 bath. Okay, so I think that BP1, 2 bed 2 bath, 678 square feet will move first.
Because of, two bedroom, 2 bathroom, and yet the rental yield is still the same as a 2 bed 1 bath.
Alright.
So I think if let's say you are able to pay a bit more for the 2 bed 2 bath, I would strongly suggest that because you also have an easier exit, right? Yeah. Because people always have a mind block, like 2 bed 1 bath.
Not enough.
Nobody want. I also don't share toilet with you, right? I mean, like, paiseh, right? If let's say you go the people's house, then they have to like
use your master toilet.
Yeah, then smelly like, right? So but BP1, right, is all internal facing. So I would likely think that it might have a premium facing lah, right? So second choice will be by B1, the 2-bed 1 bath. The largest 2-bed 2 bath, which is the 721 square feet, I think I'll put it as my third choice lah. Because I feel that not like it's very, very much different from the normal 2-bed 2 bath, but it's like a lot of wasted space lah. So I think in terms of quantum, I think 678 will be better. And then the last will be the 764 lah. The reason why I put BPS1 as the last is because if let's say this is 1.98 it will be very, very close to the 3-bedroom size really.
Correct.
So buy for rental, obviously buy the cheapest one. But of course, when you see our price matrix here, right? You see our 1.54 for the higher end, it's actually even more expensive than the lower range of the next tier already. So this is what we are going to recommend. It's by quantum. It's no longer by stacks, this stack is better than that stack. No, it's not going to be like that anymore for Parktown. So basically, if let's say it crosses a certain PSF or certain quantum, I would rather you go for the next bigger unit. Yeah. So basically for BP1 to BP2, BP1 to BP5, the difference is how much?
100,000.
Longer walkway.
For the foyer walkway.
So I feel that a bit wasted lah, right? So from the largest 2-bed 2 bath to the study, difference is what? Study.
Study for another 100,000.
Yeah, so is it worth it or not? You own self decide lah. But for me, I feel that it's either the 2-bed 2 bath, the smallest one, or the 2-bed 1 bath. And for investors, obviously buy the cheapest for rental for a higher rental yield. Right?
Right. Now 3-bedroom.
Okay.
3 different types.
Okay.
14 different layouts.
Okay, Ken. It's okay. Let's go for the 3-bedroom compact.
Okay, start with the 3-bedroom compact.
We have 5 different layouts there for 3-bedroom compact.
One by one, okay? C1 and C2. 926 square feet and 936 square feet. Difference of 10 square feet. One is like dumbbell layout because bedroom 3 is on the other side.
Yep.
Then C2 is all tucked into one side.
Yep.
So paying for the additional 10 square feet, which is about, if we use 2,050 per square foot, 20,000 more. Which one you prefer?
Actually, I'll prefer the traditional one lah.
Same.
Yeah, actually, not only the traditional layout, right? Other than the traditional layout, like the window in kitchen, this one don't have leh.
Yeah.
I like to use the gas stove one. Then also toilet lah. Toilet also got window. This one don't have. I think this one is small touches that are very, very important lah. This one don't have. I don't understand why, but yeah, I feel that windows in toilet and kitchen very, very important, especially for 3-bedroom, right?
3-bedroom especially. So and for just 20,000.
Just 20,000. If let's say you have lah, I mean there's 28 units. Right. Okay, so for the pricing range, right? So what is the price prediction for 3-bedroom?
If let's say 2,050 per square foot starting, 1.89 for C1 to 2.25 maximum.
Okay, so basically we use a lower per square foot in this scenario because for larger units, it's a lower PSF. So just now we used 2 for 1 bed and 2 bed. So now for 3 bed, we use about 2,050 lah. Okay. So for C3, C4, C5, like
now finally all have windows in your toilet and kitchen.
Okay.
So this is like a proper 3 bedrooms already.
Okay, so the difference is the walkway.
Walkway only. They like to play this.
They like to play walkway. So if let's say we use a range of 2,050 PSF to 2,400 PSF is about 1.94 to actually 2.27. This price cannot for 3 bedroom. There's a lot of 2 bedrooms that's already transacted 2 million plus already, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So actually this price point, I guess, is still acceptable by the public. That's why I feel that 2,500 PSF is not possible for Parktown lah. I mean, like when we heard that, I was like, really man? Yeah, cannot be lah. Okay, so next we go to the 3-bedroom premium. We have 7 different layouts. You lie. Okay, come.
Premium, just remember there is additional household shelter, yard, and WC. Okay, all these 4 are the same square feet, 1066 square feet.
So for CP3, this one got a little bit more privacy. This one is like that come in one instead of like straight, right?
So 3 and 4 give you more privacy.
Yeah.
1 and 2 direct access to your living area.
But based on price quantum, if let's say we use 2050 PSF, it's about 2.18 million. Actually, 2.18 million for everything inside. Actually, I feel not bad.
Yeah, for 1,066 square feet.
Unless you don't have a helper, then maybe you don't mind the compact. Right? If let's say the price point is also acceptable to you, maybe 3-bedroom premium is not a bad idea. Right? But we still got 2 more 3-bedroom premium. So the difference is actually only the fins this part. 9 units, 15 units. Right, so these are the inward facing. There are 2 inward facing one. Outward facing is cheaper just now like we said. Right, so 3-bedroom premium, last one. Longer walkway.
10 square feet more for a longer walkway.
Yeah. But actually there's a CP8 But we didn't include it because there's only 1 unit at level 2. I don't understand why they got so many slot-ins for level 2, but okay, I guess. Yeah, so for this layout 1076, the quantum will be about 2.2 million if let's say we're looking at 2050 PSF. Right? 3-bedroom plus study, how many layouts do we have?
5 different layouts.
5 different layouts, so also a lot. Right? CPS 1, 1163 square feet. CPS 2, 1163 square feet.
Inward, outward facing. Not much of a difference. Same, the walkway. And
actually, I see the walkway a bit longer, right? But then I cannot tell where is the shortage. I can't really tell. Yeah, unless you really have the specification of the units, which at this point we only have the floor plan. So agak-agak we actually take a look and tell you.
So now additional study area.
So but anyway, the 3 premium plus study, right? The next bigger floor plan is with 1173, 1184. So plus again 10 square feet. 10 square feet difference.
Developer actually make you
头痛 which one to choose? Your next bigger one, actually only 30,000, 20,000. Right. So but this one you see 14 units, 10 units, 21 units. So it's actually I won't say there's a very, very big difference in all these layouts. It's really is just the walkway entrance. You have this or you have that, right? Okay, so you have this, you have that. But actually, to be honest, in terms of price point, I don't really see a very, very huge difference. Only about 20,000, yeah? So for 3-bedroom recommendations, again, we'll be going into groupings of like the 3-bedroom premium, and then 3-bedroom premium plus study. Right? So for grouping, we will first one, you say the 947 square feet, right? So for the premium, what's the difference again?
Premium difference of 240,000. So what do you get? The household shelter.
Yeah, and WC . So then you really, really have to ask yourself whether these 3 items is worth 240,000. Right? However, also on the other note, if let's say this 3-bedroom compact, right? If it's at the higher tier of the PSF, then it would be the lower tier of the next unit type already. So again, we will be going based on quantum, not based on stacks. Right? So for CP5 and CPS2, again, difference.
Additional study room.
Yeah, technically speaking, not much more .
Not much more for 200,000.
For 200,000. Again, one more study, 200,000. Is it worth it or not? Not, I don't feel so . But then again, right, so basically if let's say we are talking about just these 3, this is our recommendations. However, if let's say 947 square feet, outside facing will be the cheapest right? Then I will go, second choice, I'll go 1066 square feet. Outside facing also. Then number 3, maybe 947 square feet. Inward facing. Right. Then after that, because this one, then our fourth choice will be 1163 square feet outside facing. 1066 inside facing. 1163 inside facing. So basically inside, right, is actually the most expensive one. Just now, like we mentioned already, right? This one will be most expensive one. This one will be more expensive one. This one more expensive one. The reason why I put 947 inside facing first, right, is because this one, the fourth one, will be very expensive. 163. Even the outside facing will be expensive lah. But this one may be a bit confusing. If let's say you really want to know like the order with the guides and everything, you can reach out to us and then we can explain to you lah.
Correct.
Okay?
Moving on to 4-bedroom. 6 different types.
So but the smaller 4-bedroom, there's 4 different layouts. Okay, so what do we have at the 4-bedroom?
Okay, so all the same size one I always put together, D1, D2. Let's play the game again. What's the difference? Okay, but now it's good. The 4-bedroom, they have a good landscape living and dining area.
Yeah.
Home shelter, yard, WC. Must-have thing you should have.
Okay.
Difference is still just the walkway.
Just the walkway, huh? Okay, so what is the price range that we're looking at right
So
here?
now we'll look at starting 2,000 per square foot.
Yeah.
So 2.67 million to maybe maximum 2,004 per square foot. So it will goes up to 3.2 million.
Wow, 3.2. A bit higher. But okay, let's move on. Let's see the other floor plans. So we have D3, D4. Again.
Come let's see what's the difference.
Again, same walkway, 10 square feet difference, 20,000 around there. Yeah, so our range will be up to 3.25 million our estimate. Right? So next we'll move on to the 4-bedroom premium. 4-bedroom premium, how many different layouts?
3 different layouts.
3 different layouts. Okay, so what's the difference? Let's play again.
Walkway.
Walkway. Again, yeah, so you see this one is just the walkway. It's a shorter walkway. But actually, I actually met some customer who actually don't mind this longer walkway one.
So because some they like to place display cabinets or
shoe
cabinets and all.
Yeah. So some of them they tell me say, hey, the smaller one, Melissa, I don't want because I cannot put my shoe. They're like, you mean you're willing to pay 100,000 more for shoe cabinet? They're like, yeah, it's okay. Very strange, but of course it's to your own needs, right? Yeah. So this one is just the walkway, but so DP1, DP2, again, 10 square feet difference of $20,000 of walkway and $20,000 difference. So what's the difference between the 4-bedroom and 4-bedroom premium? Yeah.
Now you have a junior master.
We have a junior master over here and over here.
Which is very important for bigger 4-bedroom.
For a larger 4-bedroom lah. So the difference between the smaller one don't have junior master, the bigger one got junior master. That's it. Right? So a 4-bedroom, what would we recommend actually?
So we group together the smaller and the bigger.
Yeah.
For me, to top up 310,000 for the junior master, I will go for the smaller 4-bedroom.
Go for a smaller 4-bedroom. Because I think the price doesn't justify lah. I mean like the additional, junior master is actually very, very nice to have. But you see the price like 2.73 versus 3.04, $310,000 difference. I think I can live without a junior master lah.
Yeah.
I mean, although you are short one toilet, but I think can still live with it lah. I mean, the quantum, it doesn't make sense lah. So I think we will actually really choose the smaller 4-bedroom unit. Okay? So we'll move on to a 5-bedroom. Yay!
Finally, one time.
5-bedroom, only one layout. Only one, right?
Okay, 5-bedroom, they should have a wide living frontage. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, the con is, I think, bathroom 3.
Yeah.
You can see, there's no window.
No window hall. And also this 5-bedroom, I realized there's no private lift there. Maybe everything they feel like quite private already since they go straight down to the shopping mall, right?
Don't need the extra. Maybe they focus on the direct access to the retail. That's why.
Yeah, I think they also have no capacity to go and build one more lift for the premium lah, right? So I guess that's it for 5-bedroom because they just cannot build a private lift lah.
Oh, it's good. They have the walk-in wardrobe at least.
Walk-in wardrobe, segregated one but don't have his and her sink. I wish there was. Okay, but I think this one is a give and take lah. Not all the floor plans cannot be perfect lah.
Yeah.
So price range.
We'll reduce 50 per square foot again.
Okay.
So 1950 per square foot. Starting 3.27 million. Let's say maximum to 2150 per square foot will be 3.61 million.
Actually, it is. If you think, what do you think about this price? Can accept not? I think okay lah.
Okay leh.
I need just only 2 stacks. So it's all the premium facing, 18 units only. Right. So supply of 5-bedroom is actually very, very low lah for here.
So once again, the preview date is on the 7th Feb to the 17th Feb. So we try to rush the edit so that you can watch during the Chinese New Year. Then after that, if you need us or anything, just call us directly or join my Telegram channel where I will update a lot about the property news, latest launch, what is the price.
Everything just update.
Anything also update.
Yeah.
Even bounce out unit sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
So thank you and goodbye.
Bye.